Once you've created an object and named it, you can modify it after it's been created by clicking on the Modifier panel. The Modify panel is the second panel over, and at the top of the Modify panel we have the name of our object, which you can change right here. Again, you can expand and contract the settings in the Modifier panel by clicking on the plus and minus signs. And we're going to get into these modifiers in greater detail in a later section. But basically, I can modify this shape using all of these different methods here, and I can customize which buttons are in here. These are sort of the defaults. For example, I can bend my sphere, and I go further down the stack and look at the different bend parameters. You can see that I'm bending my object, different axes, and so forth. The nice thing about the stack is that it's all contextual. So if I select a twist and I scroll down and I start to twist my object, the controls are contextual. The information below this modifier is now related to the twist, and I can use these pull downs to go back to this different modifier, the bend modifier, for example. I can go back to my bend and change the bend as I please after the fact. 3D Studio Max is very, very powerful, and it can be a little bit complicated when you have lots of modifiers. But this is where you're going to be making modifications to shapes that have already been made. We're going to get into this in greater detail in other chapters.